Ain't it crazy how a person who hate themselves is the only one keeping you abreast to the latest news on Brittney Griner, man? And listen, man, I don't care about this girl like that. I followed her since college, and she was a great player. I do enjoy women's college basketball. I'm looking forward to the women's college tournament. The WNBA, not so much, but I used to like it. Full disclosure, being 44, I remember when the WNBA originated, when it first started. And you had the Houston Comets, Tina Thompson, Cheryl Swoops, and Cynthia Cooper. Cynthia Cooper's still the best player I've ever seen. Best lady player I've ever seen, period. And they was unstoppable, and it was really great. And then you had them with the New York Liberty with Lobo and Teresa Thompson and all that stuff. Teresa, I forgot her name. The girl, she hit the big half-court shot. But anyway, full disclosure, I enjoyed it those first 4 or 5 years, and then I didn't really. I fell out. I didn't really watch the WNBA, but I kept up with women's college basketball. I love women's college basketball, and it's just a shame, man, that the media dropping the story. I know they can't do nothing about it. I know they can't do nothing about it. Like, she over there, she in another country, she broke their laws, but it's just crazy how they used these demographic sisters. They used them. They use sisters to get power. Sisters clearly and undeniably won the Democrats' power. They wrestled it away from Trump. Sisters were the force that wrestled power away from Trump and put it squarely in the hands of LOL, Kamala, LOL. Y'all say I laugh a lot, but y'all say nothing about Kamala. Anyway, and then they took it and put it in the hands of Kamala and Biden. Okay. So we a year and a half in, and a sister is over there in Russia, enemy hands. And it's a 2-day story. Wow. And I'm not only calling out the administration, I'm also calling out sisters, man. I've been looking on YouTube, man. Sisters ain't making no videos about this stuff no more. All right, so we got Roland Martin, David Parkman. There you go, a sister made a video about it, man. Watkins Sports, Stanley, Flaming. Okay, a couple sisters making videos about it. But these videos ain't getting no views, man. Look at the views of these videos, man. 35 views, 16 views, man. 27 views, man. 1.3 million. 1.3 thousand. Look at these views, man. And they all got other people involved in, like Jussie. They got Jussie name in the title, Ryan Coogler name. None of these videos just got her name in the title. None of these videos got her name in the title, man. Roland Martin got gas prices Russia, sisters, the culture, and Brittney Griner. And he only got 5 points. Think about it. Roland Martin has hundreds of thousands of subs. I mean, hundreds of thousands, man. $834,000. He dropped the video about Brittney Griner 12 hours ago and he got 5. But I will salute him because he's keeping it real, man. This is he hasn't abandoned us. So salute to Roland, man, for not abandoning this girl, man. Where all the sisters at, man? Where all the other Democrats and all the other liberals at, man? Where the pasty liberals at, man? Pasty liberals don't care about this no more, man. Oh yeah, man. And if Tom Brady were being held by Russian officials right now, Tom Brady be deep doo-doo, man. They wouldn't be able to get Tom back either, man. They wouldn't be able to get Tom back either. Y'all keep trying to make this a race thing, like it got something to do. First of all, this comparison is horrible. Why did y'all compare it to an NBA player? Why did y'all compare it to Tom Brady, the greatest athlete of this century? Why didn't you compare it to a comparable player of Brittney Griner's stature in her sport? Why didn't you compare it to a comparable player? Huh? Why did you say if like you say if Derek Carr was over in got caught up in Russia, man, or Russell Wilson or something, why Tom Brady, man? Because the left, they're so crazy, man. They're delusional, man. And they trying to make it a race issue as if if Brittney Griner wasn't a sun woman, wasn't a sister. If Brittney Griner was a glacier glider, they would have got her home by now.
Well, American journalist and documentary filmmaker Brittney Griner was shot and killed today in a suburb of Kyiv. The town has been the site of intense Russian shelling in recent days. He made documentaries for 20 years. During his career, he won a Peabody Award and 2 Columbia DuPont Awards.
This guy got killed over there, man. All right? He ain't locked up nowhere. He not, hoping to get his release. Got dead, man. Russians dropped a bomb on this guy's head, man. Okay? Have you heard about this on the news? Well-known documentary filmmaker got a bomb dropped on his head. Nah, you ain't gonna hear about it. No one cares, man. Either about him either. It's equal opportunity not caring, man.
Well, American journalist and documentary filmmaker Brittney Griner was shot and killed today in a suburb of Kyiv. The town has been the site of intense Russian shelling in recent days. He made documentaries for 20 years. During his career, he won a Peabody Award and 2 Columbia DuPont Awards. Brent was 50 years old.
And his American cameraman was also shot during this Russian ambush. Juan Arredondo described the shooting as Ukrainian doctors treated him in the emergency room. When he was interviewed, he did not know yet that Renat had died.
We're going to film other refugees leaving, and we got onto a car. Somebody offered to take us to the other bridge, and we crossed a checkpoint, and they start shooting at us.
What you mean? All kinfolk ain't skinfolk, man? Them your skinfolk over there, man, in the Ukraine, bro. I guess you some people in America, right, man? I never liked that term, all skinfolk ain't kinfolk, but seeing this war and everything, starting to wake me up, man. Maybe you're right. Some people And but some people say it's over something like a tweet. Like, you call Biden Sleepy Joe, and all skin folk ain't kin folk. You say, dang, man, where's Kamala? She the vice president. We ain't seen her in 3 months. All skin folk ain't kin folk. Try to bully you out of criticizing the Democrats or something like that. They use that term. This is a little bit realer situation, man. Where all skin folk ain't kin folk, man. And ironically, they never use that term, all skin folk ain't kin folk, when you're talking about the crime. You talk about the crime in the community. Mass shooting here, mass shooting there. Sun man shot up a bunch of Sun people. They don't never say that. They ain't gonna tell him. They ain't gonna tell that shooter all skin folk ain't kin folk. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about hearing that. It's just people who tweet stuff or make videos, man. And all skin folk ain't kin folk.
We're going to film other refugees leaving, and we got onto a car. Somebody offered to take us to the other bridge, and we crossed a checkpoint, and they start shooting at us. So the driver turned around, and they kept shooting. It's 2 of us. My friend is Brittney Griner, and he's been shot and left behind. I saw him being shot in the neck, and we got split, and I got pulled into the...
And who brought you here?
An ambulance, I don't know.
And Arredondo was shot in the thigh. A hospital spokeswoman says doctors told her that he will be okay.
And I know you guys were wondering what Jamel had to say about this, man. Oh, Jamel. What does it say about American support of professional women's basketball when Brittney Griner and other WNBA players find themselves being treated better in oppressive countries like Russia and China? My latest column for The Atlantic. Well, to say that they're treated better in other countries is disingenuous, Jamel. They're treated better as basketball players, visiting and playing basketball. They have open air slave markets in the in Libya right now, right? Open air, like you drive to the mall, they're gonna be selling Sunmen and Sun women at an auction. But if the WNBA or the NBA was playing a tournament in Libya, you think they wouldn't be staying in a 4-star restaurant, being shuttled around, meeting with the dignitaries and going to all the tourist attractions and have security and all that stuff? So, Jamel, you're being very disingenuous to your low IQ followers. She knows. I ain't even gonna show you her. Should I show you what her followers? They're extremely not smart. And she knows that, so she feeds them stuff like this. Okay, so we found one smart one, man. He says, in response to Jamel, over in Russia, they don't have salary caps. So like in the WNBA, each team can only spend a certain amount of money on its roster. But in Russia, they don't have that. And Brittney Griner's team in Russia is owned by a Russian oligarch. That's like a tycoon. So it's like if the team was owned by like Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or something. And he paid them players whatever he want because they don't have a salary cap. He don't have to fit the whole roster's combined salary into a set amount of money that each team has to fit their whole roster into the set amount of money. Or he could pay her a gazillion dollars if he want to. So that's the difference. That means the team doesn't have to worry about finances like they do in America. So Jamel, again, I wouldn't be surprised if this was somebody trolling Jamel, because she was getting trolled heavy in this comment section. So this probably isn't one of her followers. But yeah, that's why Brittney gets paid and all those other players can go over to Russia. Because one team could spend $100 million on their roster, and another team could only spend $5 million on their whole roster. Whereas in the WNBA, because they believe in competitive balance, each team has the same amount they can spend on their roster. Now, you can play certain players more or less. That's up to you as a team. But you can only spend this much on your roster. You can spend less. You can spend less. Some teams don't spend the whole salary cap, and they suffer for that. But the owners make more money on those teams. But then some teams spend the whole salary cap. Some of them still suck. But what I'm saying is, it's nuances to this stuff, and these liberals aren't being ingenuous because the WNBA players don't make any money. The league operates at a loss. The league loses $10 million every year. Over there in Russia, it's different. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. If the guy's got a team, he can pay the players whatever he wants, whether the league operates at a loss or not. So the players aren't getting paid relative to what to the income they bring in to the league. Over there, the guy says, look, man, I want these American girls that's famous in America to come over here and play, so I'm going to let them play. And how much they need, what's your asking price? Okay, boom, sign on the dotted line. Only problem is you can't take weed to the airport and get caught with it as you're going through TSA. Oh, wait a second, you can't even do that here. Damn, that's true. You can't even do that in America. Wow.